LaCritique believes in living a life full of experiences rather than possessions, which is why we designed a concierge service just for Vegas locals. We're all busy, and can any of us really keep up with all the changes around town? And yet, we still crave quality experiences when we go out and spend our valuable time and money. Now, imagine having a personal assistant whose credentials are quite literally hospitality snob and expert event planner. Seriously, leave all the details to us. Recommendations, personalized. Reservations, done. More time enjoying our city and less time researching it? Absolutely. Subscribe today at LaCritiqueLV.com or give the gift of service by purchasing a subscription for your favorite person. Welcome to the VegasStrong Revival Podcast. Buckle up because we're taking VegasStrong culture to a whole new level this season. I'm Britt, your host, alongside co-host Desiree Wolf, event professional and host of the Slightly Unfiltered podcast. This season, the gloves are off and we're ditching the scripts for raw, relatable, and even shocking conversations, tackling real issues locals face and bringing in voices from various industries like fitness, charity, aviation, and more. Don't forget to follow us on social media and visit LaCritiqueLV.com for more about how we're helping residents and local business owners reconnect to the real meaning of hospitality. Ready or not, here we go. Guys, today I have Susie Izzo on the show. I am so freaking excited that you are here. I absolutely fucking adore you.
I adore you.
Beyond.
For a long time, too. Almost a decade.
Whoo!
Yeah.
That makes me feel
right. Sorry.
really young.
Sorry.
So I had to have you on the show because you and I share such a passion for hospitality.
Absolutely, yeah.
In event planning specifically, but True Blue, you love people. You love serving people.
I love it.
You love being the orchestrator of all the things to make it all happen and the magic and making those guests feel like they just stepped into something that they've never stepped into before.
Yeah.
Right?
I like the behind the scenes of it too, being able to give that to someone without having to be on display doing it, you know? Because service is it kind of is like an undercover talent, You want to be, what you do should be felt, but not really seen. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Tell me a little bit about your background of hospitality here in Vegas specifically. And then, just generally why you love it so much.
So I came out to Vegas to work for the Marriott. I worked for the Marriott in Kentucky. I did my internship with them after college, and then I came out to Vegas. That's what brought me to Vegas, was the Marriott. So I was with them for 8 years total, but maybe 4 years out here. And then I moved into the Cosmopolitan and really got my taste of Las Vegas hotels. And I was like, I like this.
It must have been a newer property when you started.
Yeah, it was brand new. And the Marriott was great. I mean, I love the Marriott. I wouldn't have the skill set, the hospitality skill set, because they're corporate and they've been doing it and they know what they're doing. And you drink the juice, you drink that juice, like, give me more. So all the training I had there really helped me progress and shine in hospitality in Vegas. I always say if it wasn't for, and I came up with the Marriott in Kentucky, but so it was a small town, but it was still the Marriott. They still had their procedures and SOPs and how to talk to people and how to respond, how to just all those workshops and those classes and those training, the management training classes really helped me to excel in my career. But I loved hospitality. It's all I know. I've only worked in hospitality. I never worked in retail. I never worked in anything else like office admin. No, I was always hospitality. My first job was in a bakery.
Okay.
Which I wasn't cooking. I was in the front, so I was hospitality.
You're a New Yorker.
Yeah, I was a Italian New York bakery. Okay. Yeah. And that was my first job. I was 14. I don't know if that's a labor law anymore. I don't think I worked that young.
Probably.
But and then I worked in restaurants, and that's all I knew was restaurants. Catering halls, restaurants, and then hotels with the Marriott. Marriott was my first hotel experience, and we worked.
Why hospitality though? For you personally, what is it that fuels that for you?
Oh.
You don't know?
It's a feeling of service. I just enjoy, I volunteer a lot and all that kind of thing, but it's different. It's not like you're helping them, but you're creating a happiness for them, I guess, I don't know. I just love it.
And how long have you been in Vegas now?
Almost 15, about 15 years. Oh wait, I came out here.
Okay.
So yeah, 15, 16 years.
what do you love about living in Las Vegas?
There's a lot I love. I love the accessibility. It's, I mean, now it's gotten a little worse since COVID and all this California people moving in.
Yeah.
But no, the accessibility, it's an easy town to live in. It's close to the airport, the greatest of the greater here, great shows, great restaurants. The weather's great usually, 10 months out of the year. It's awesome.
It's really hot today.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
It's an easy town to live in. I don't know. And I like the history of it, like how new it is. And I don't know, it's a special place. There's no place like it in the world. I was just talking about this with Tony, and we were talking about the pool parties or something. And I was like, there's no place in the world. Like you could find nightclubs and all that kind of look like Ibiza and like all these tropical locations or the big cities, they have nightclubs like huge, but you have the nightclubs and the day clubs and it runs from the day club straight into the nightclub. Like there's nothing really like that in the world, So in that sense, it's very unique, and then just having everything so condensed, the best of the best all within 2 miles, whatever it is. And then you have outside of Vegas, which I love too. You have the hiking, which we just did. And,
oh, yeah.
So that's fun.
You're really outdoorsy.
You think so?
Yeah, I do.
I don't embrace it, but I am. But I don't embrace it enough.
I should say you're very active. And now if it happens to be an outdoors thing, then yeah, you grasp onto it. So I guess you're outdoorsy isn't the right phrase, but you're very active.
Yeah. And like if someone brings me, I go. I'm like, yes, I'm totally down. Like whatever you want to do. But I don't like really seek it out. The only thing I did seek out, I think, in like my adult life was snowboarding. I went snowboarding. I was like, I gotta go. And like I bought the board and the shoes and I was like into it, like I jumped right in. But everything else, like someone needs to like bring me and then I'll go. But I enjoy it all. There's nothing like I don't like.
And we have snowboarding.
Yeah, that's where I did it. Then that was it. I was like up there like every day that year. I was obsessed with it.
I love it. We'll have to go snowboarding.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I've been doing it since I was 10.
Yeah. Oh, so you must be amazing. So this is nothing to you. Mount Charleston is probably like easy peasy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
It's a small mountain. Yeah. Well, I went to Utah and I was like, oh, this is 10,000 feet. Okay. Yeah. Like,
I'll take you to Utah. I'll take you to Utah. We'll have a good time. So, okay, back to hospitality. What was your most exciting hospitality gig or event that you ever put together? Can you think of it?
My most exciting. I've worked with some famous people, I've worked with, of course, now I want to remember names and I can't.
Of course. It's okay.
Of course. Pitbull.
Okay.
I can't think of on the spot.
It's okay.
But my point is, I think that it's not, which Pitbull is an amazing man. He is so nice. Like the things you hear about him, he is so nice. He like wants to talk, his manager was like, okay, so when you bring him through like the green room, not the green room, the meet and greet, we have to like move it along. Like he has to move quick because he's going to want to talk to everybody. Like he wants to have like full blown conversations with like all his fans. So he's like, so we got to keep it moving. I was like, okay, cool. So then I meet him and then he's like, where are you from? Da-da. Like you have to see our photo together. He's holding me like if he knows me for years. Like he is so, so nice.
That's amazing.
My point is it's more of like the experience and I think the person, right? Because Pitbull could have been a dud or whoever. Flow Rider was the one I was thinking of.
Okay.
These people could be duds or just like, not cool people, and it's not a cool experience where you could have, a no-name artist or a no-name event where just the vibe and the energy and the people are so cool.
Yeah.
That what makes it like your coolest event ever.
So when you and I met, you were at Light Group. I came on board and you were primarily doing corporate events at pools and nightclubs.
Yeah, that was the best job.
Tell all of our listeners how insane your life was during that time.
It was so good. Like, the universe gives you what you can when you can handle it, Like I was new to Vegas and I was single. I had no one to go home to, no responsibilities. And we just worked out of so many venues that we were always everywhere. Like we knew everyone. We knew all the servers, all the bussers, all the managers, and all these nightclubs and all these day clubs.
And you knew all the back of house.
All the back of house.
Hallways.
Yeah, hallways. So when we went out, it was just like this beautiful fluid flow of work and play.
Yeah.
It was just awesome. It was such a good time in my life. And life really does change as you change. Like then Light Group the whole story with that, whatever, that.
Light Group to Hakkasan.
Light Group to Hakkasan. And then then Hakkasan was kind of the same, but then I left Hakkasan and went to Dre's, and that was like one venue, and that's when I met Tony, my partner.
Okay.
So that going to all the different venues and being everywhere all at once slowed down completely in my life, kind of slowed down in a great way,
Yeah.
And my partner, different kind of life. But that time was really, really wild. We were just everywhere all the time,
Do you want to say hi to Tony since you're on the show talking about him?
Yeah.
We love you, Tony.
Yeah, Tony, my one and only.
Would you say that you were able to take your experience from Marriott, the training that you had at Marriott, that high level standard of service, and apply it to, I guess, any role moving forward?
Yeah, absolutely. It was, the standard of services, like the hospitality principles, things that are so kind of common knowledge once you know them, like taking responsibility at an event. You can't just say, look, I don't know how that happened. Like, no, that happened. So how did it happen? Like the client wants to hear that, and like just learning like how to recover. That was huge. I learned in Marriott, guest recovery. Like how to take a client that's really pissed off and make them really happy. That was a huge lesson.
Okay, tell us. No, because this podcast is all about helping locals, either who are in the industry or not. Let's be honest, pissed off guests happen in any industry, including retail and medical and everywhere else. So give our listeners a few tips how
to handle a pissed off customer.
Yeah.
Well, I think one is take your ego out of it. It's not about you. Whatever they're pissed off about has nothing to do with you. Unless they're literally like, I hate you, you're the worst person ever. Then you should probably just turn around and go home for the day. Like, that's it, you're done. Like, we don't need any more.
Clock out.
We're clocking out today. No, but that was a big thing. Like, not getting upset when they're upset, and like trying to be empathetic. Like, this person's clearly upset. They're physically upset. Maybe they're sweating, maybe they're red, their voice is loud. They're physically reacting to their emotions. So like, taking your ego out of it and coming from a place of service. And how can I fix this for you? How can I make this better so you're not upset? And I'll never forget the Marriott. I was like brand new to the front desk, and I was like 2 days old, and I checked in like platinum member to a dirty room, like his.
Oh no!
Yeah, like the penthouse was like dirty. Like I checked him into there, so he comes back down.
Worse.
Oh my God! It was. I remember the feeling. Like I remember like what. And he comes back down, and I was like, I was sweating. I'm like visibly upset. And he's like, calm down. It's okay. And he's like, he was such a nice man. He goes, it's not the fact that you make a mistake. Everyone makes mistakes. He goes, it's how you recover. And that always stuck with me. And then I was still learning then. So I was like, tell my manager and like, you send him stuff and like give him points on his card or whatever that looks like,
The compensation
part of it. Yeah. Which needs to be heartfelt too. That's another part of it. You can't just offer someone, well, let me take 50% off your bill, and have an attitude about it. Is that really even what they want? Listening, right? Which comes back to being empathetic, listening. Like, what are they saying? Take my ego out of it. Don't involve my own feelings about it. Like it's it's about them and them having the experience. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
We're here to have good experience. So if someone's not, like, how can we, where's the yes? There's always a yes.
Had he come back down from that dirty room and you were there and you had attitude, or you were like, I didn't send you to a dirty room. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, as a guest?
He would have changed real quick. Yeah, totally. So, yeah. And like taking ownership of things, and everybody makes a mistake, but just let's move forward.
Everybody makes mistakes. And if you are genuine, I think, if you're genuine about how you're told in that moment about a mistake that you made, and you, again, to your point, don't have an ego about it, like, oh, I'm this perfect human being who doesn't ever make mistakes, you're wrong.
Yeah. No, I didn't do that. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It changes the whole dynamic. But if you're humble about it, you're like, I can just imagine your face because I know you so well. It's like you probably were mortified.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
totally embarrassed, mortified. I was like, oh, but yeah, and I think, and then if the customer still goes on and on, then it's just not about you. That person is in a bad space in life. You just have to pray for them. Again, clock out and go pray for them. Like,
I'm gonna pray for you.
I'm gonna pray for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do I say? Like, I enjoy I'm making mistakes. Like when I make a mistake, I've gotten to the point where, unless like it's a fatal mistake, quote unquote, that's something really awful. That's putting people in bad positions. But if it's a mistake that I can fix, I almost enjoy it because I'm never going to do that again.
Right.
I'm never going to make that mistake. In fact, I think I had told you this when I worked at Light Group. They bought me, remember that Staples commercial with the I'm sorry button?
Yes.
They bought me that I'm sorry button because I'm like, I'm sorry. Because I was new to it. I worked in hospitality, restaurants, hotels, but I never did the detailing and the multitasking and the crossing every T and dot every I of event planning. Event planning is like,
event planning is brutal.
Event planning is like, you got to be on it.
It's the best level of brutal.
Yeah.
But it's
So when I first got into that, I would made a lot of mistakes, but I never made them twice. But I made so many that I was like, I'm sorry, but I owned them. And like, it was kind of like, okay, we accept these mistakes because you own them and you learn from them.
I just got flashbacks.
Yeah, you were there for the I'm sorry button. Yeah, remember? Oh, I'm so sorry.
You saying it just like that.
Yeah. And I would like yell it over the cubicle. Sorry.
Love it. I love
My
it.
bad.
You and I both know the level of burnout that comes with event planning and that lifestyle, that industry, that position. And COVID happened. All the things in our city have kind of morphed and changed a lot of people's direction. And you're one of those people. I don't know entirely exactly when you started Vitality. But you have now ventured off into your own wellness. Tell me all about it. Tell our listeners all about it. I know some, but you know all of it.
So Vitality is a corporate wellness program that caters to meetings and conventions. So we bring all different type of modalities, from yoga to stretching to breath work to aromatherapy to Tai Chi, all these different type of wellness modalities. But the goal is to bring them to the convention space. So I always say, as event planners, you have the ability to touch so many people, right? You can offer them an experience, whether it be what we're used to is shooting guns, or maybe a chef tasting, or whatever it is, a hop around tour. So you have all these experiences and you have access to so many people. Why not put something in front of them that's going to make them feel better, right? Yeah. That's going to enhance their overall well-being. That's going to get them through that day a little easier. So what I noticed when I was doing all my events, that there was that separation, there was that disparity, that we were wining and dining our clients, but we were never taking the time to like give back to them in a more holistic way. And then simultaneously, as my event planning career was moving forward, I took my own health and wellness more seriously. And I got real fit. I don't want to say skinny.
I remember.
I wasn't skinny. I was like fit. I was like fit, and I was eating right. And
I remember I went to a class with you.
Yeah, I started
yoga
teaching.
Class or something with you, and I had a hard time keeping up with you.
I was taking classes, and I loved it so much. I started teaching classes. Like I became, as a passion, like obsessed with health and wellness in a way that I had never was before. It was like everything I thought I knew about wellness was wrong. And I learned so much. And I was like, this is amazing. This is not what I thought it was. I don't have to live on 400 calories a day and be on an elliptical machine for an hour and 40 minutes, So I was like, how do I back it up? So as I'm, parallel, my event planning career is going, and then I'm finding my own health and wellness. And then at the same time, I had noticed that there was this bridge between the two, between corporate events and health and wellness. So I kind of had it in the back of my head, it'd be really cool. There's a company that could offer this type of stuff.
Well, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it was in the 2010s when we started seeing those massage chairs show up at the corporate, on the corporate trade show floors and stuff, right? Yeah. So there was some recognition of that issue 15 years ago.
Oh, for sure.
Let's call it 15 years. And it was like this temporary little Band-Aid. Mm-hmm. People were on the trade show floor, the convention floor all day long, and they could just stop in and get a 10-minute shoulder rub.
Yeah.
And although that's helpful,
it was like a touch on what can be done.
Yeah.
And then it was happening, right? So then fast forward a little bit, the walk runs were happening and the yoga was happening, but no one was benchmarking it. There was this company called Bella Strings, if you remember, and they had the pretty girls come out and play the violins, acoustically to top 40 music. So then other people follow them, but you only ask for Bella Strings. Even if it wasn't Bella Strings, you ask for that because Kleenex, right? Kind of a Kleenex. It might be
the brand name versus
the brand name. So that's what was happening. People are doing it, but nobody's branding it. No one's saying okay, Vitality does this, or this company, whatever, does this. Event planners are reaching out to local yoga studios, and the yoga studios sending someone down. That person doesn't know what we know about what those clients need. And so my mind is going, I'm like, wow, that would be a good company. But I wasn't really focused on that because I had my career and I was happy where I was. And so I didn't really say, oh, I got to do this. I was like, oh, it'd be really cool if somebody did it, right? I wasn't there. And then a little time passed, and I say it happened, COVID was just a catalyst. So right before COVID, I told the company I was at Mandalay Bay working for an entertainment company. And I said, I want to start my own business, but I don't want to leave. I don't want to go cold turkey, I had no income. I was like, so let me work, commit. I was to keep my salary and let me work commission based only, or vice versa, whatever it was. And they were like,
you negotiated it.
I negotiated, and they were cool with it. I was like, I want to start my company, but I still want to work for you, you know, and they were totally cool with it. So I'm like, this is awesome. I could still have an income where I'm not stressing about it, you know, but still do this startup. And then COVID happened like literally 3 weeks later.
Oh.
So I got the go ahead from my company and I opened my LLC on like March 8th. And then COVID was like a week and a half after that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So then not only did I lose my job that I just negotiated this killer deal with for me, but then it was like, oh, what I wanted to do is now out the window too. But in hindsight, for me, COVID created this awareness of health and wellness, especially in the workplace, which was never there before. People are so much more aware of balance and taking care of themselves. And not,
I feel like the whole world
is
way more focused on their own self. And you said balance between work and regular life.
Yeah.
When everybody in the entire world shut down, everybody was like, oh, this is what this is like.
Yeah.
Like not working 60, 70, 80 hours this week.
Spending time with my family. What? Yeah, exactly.
Everybody's eyes opened up a little bit, I feel like. So I could see how that would relay into your vision of vitality.
Yeah.
So what happened when everything shut down and you thought vitality was not going to happen?
Well, again, I was kind of doing this anyway. So to like legitimatize myself in the wellness world, I felt like I needed some certifications or something. And I was teaching Pilates. If you're not familiar, mat versus reformer. Reformer is a machine, mat's done on a yoga mat. So I was already certified teaching Pilates mat, but I was like, let me get a reformer certification because reformer is very much also about anatomy.
Yeah.
So you learn a lot about the body. You learn a lot about how the body works, as well as the technical skill of teaching the machine.
Okay.
So that's what I kind of did. I got my, which was a lot. It's 450 hours.
Oh.
Do that math. Like if you did that 40 hours a week, that would take you 3 months.
My first internship in college was 200 hours and that's unpaid, and it took forever.
Because you can't do so much, right? You can't teach classes 40 hours a week. It's like literally impossible. So that took me a long time. Like that took me, I think it was I remember being at home because I actually got COVID and I had to do some classes from home. So I'm not sure the timeline, but I did do that. I got my Pilates reformer certification to kind of like, you know, give me a certification, like a higher certification in the wellness world.
Okay.
So COVID allowed me to do that, right? So I was like building my website. I was getting my certification.
Yeah.
I was connecting myself to all the different healers that I met. Because that's what I always say. Like with Vitality, I don't teach the classes. I teach the ones that I can, which is Pilates. We do offer that, and HIIT class because I love teaching. I'm more of like, you know, high energy fitness. Let's go, you know?
Yeah, your personality is
like
energy.
Yoga is like challenging for me. Like I take yoga. I do not teach yoga. You'd be like, you're a yoga teacher. No, I'm certainly not a yoga teacher. So, you know, my job in Vitality is to find these healers that I've dedicated my life to hospitality. Find the healers that have dedicated their life to their practice and then bring that into the hospitality world as a service. Like that's where I fit in Vitality. I'm not the healer, I'm the facilitator of these healers. And I've learned so much there's so many beautiful people in Vegas that have so much to offer. And I just want to expose them as much as I can. You know, I use different people for different classes just because I want people to get out there. And there's been plenty of times where you have like, I've seen convention attendees have that like aha moment and say like, I needed this so bad. Like I didn't even know I needed it.
Oh my gosh.
Like I've seen like, you know, people have called on my yoga instructors. Hey, can I get a private with you tomorrow morning in my hotel suite?
Wow.
Like it happens all the time. So that makes me so happy. And in fact, like for I love offering Tai Chi because I feel like something that people don't really know about.
I don't.
It's a transfer. You see people like, you know, Asian
in the park.
Or Asian people in the park, like doing their slow movements. You're like, what is that?
Yeah.
It is amazing practice. It's about transfer of energy throughout your body, and you just feel like on fire, like you're just buzzing after.
Okay, now you're gonna have to teach me.
Yeah.
Tai Chi.
So like this. So back to my point about, you know, event planners being able to touch so many lives. You plan this as an event planner. You bring your group in, and you 30 people, 40 people, whatever, do Tai Chi, and maybe it doesn't resonate with a lot of people, but maybe 3 or 4 people it does, and now they go back to their hometowns and they seek out Tai Chi. You just like change their whole health path in life.
Oh, I love that.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, and that's the goal. Like as the event planner in me that loves logistics and planning and creating that experience, and then the wellness part of me that wants that experience to help you, it's like Vitality is that perfect fit for me. I get to help people, but create a good experience, but in a holistic, helpful way, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's really the most exciting part to me.
So that is focused on convention floors, right? Like that's one side of Vitality. But from what I saw on social media not that long ago, you're also going to local businesses.
Locals,
And helping local businesses to get their employees moving.
Yes.
Okay,
exactly.
tell us about that.
And that's really my next piece of where I have to where I want to push vitality too, because I've done so much. Like I'm a member of the LVHA, and I've put myself out there in the hotel scene, with the convention service managers and all that. But now I want to move towards a more local business, which for me as a business is what I need, because I need that recurring. A convention comes out here, they might not come out here again for 2 years.
Yeah.
So for me as a business, I need that recurring local business. So reaching out to law firms, anyone that really, you can do any size, but 10 people or more is a little more beneficial for you as a business with, pricing and all that kind of thing.
Sure.
So 10 people or more, Vitality comes in, we have a whole folder, call it, that you can pick from. And then say you want to do just yoga and meditation, then you can. But if you want, you can do the yoga, the breathwork, the meditation, the aromatherapy, the Tai Chi. And every month, it's like a membership. And then every month, we would come in and give your associates a different wellness modality class. And then if you one of the feedback is hey, I really liked the Tai Chi, but not so much the meditation, then we can continue with that. So I've really hit the market of elderly care because I love old people. I have a strong place in my heart for old people. So we're in a few assisted livings, and they love our dance class. They just can't get enough of moving and shaking.
Oh my God.
It is the best. It is the best.
I watch.
Yeah, it's like chair Zumba, right? It's like chair dance.
Yeah.
So we just, we arms, lift our knees up, we twist it out, and it's all fun music. I have so much fun.
I love that. Okay, so who in Vegas, we're approaching 3 million people in the city. Massive amount of growth of corporate business here in Vegas is wild. Yeah. Who would be your ideal client, I guess, locally, other than anybody 10 and more in a law firm? Yeah, really anyone 10 and more. You could be a restaurant, you could be BJ's, and you want to do it for your employees once a month. Restaurants, huh?
Restaurants. Yeah.
Okay.
I know some people in some restaurants.
I don't know how that would. You do it in their space, though.
As long as I was going to get to it. As long as they have the space. As long as you have the space where we can do it. And then again, if you want to, we can go to a park. That's an option too. If you don't have the space, I was just talking to a dispensary, and all our space is filled with our product. We have a lot of space, but none of that space is for that. Yeah. So it's we can go to the park. If there's a park near your office, that just creates a little bit of a challenge because you want to kind of keep it inclusive. So you want to make it easy for them, right? You don't go to the gym if the gym is too far. Yeah. So you kind of want to make it easy for them, on their time while they're in the office anyway. Yep. So that is really the goal, to do it in your existing space, but really anywhere you can do it. Okay.
So then how do people, I'm thinking in my brain, a law firm, I'm dressed in my business attire, but I know that my company has now scheduled this physical activity. Mm-hmm. Are they just given advance notice to bring an extra pair of clothes?
Yeah. Okay. It would just depend. If we would do a guided hike, let's say, then obviously, you want to come out with different
guided hikes.
Yeah,
too?
we do guided hikes. Take your group out. Nice. Yeah. Tell them to come out in their cars, or if the company wants to arrange transportation, which is great about Vitality too, because I can help you with things like that. If you want to do a whole day of it with food and beverage and all that kind of thing, I can obviously help with that. Yeah, and then but a lot of stuff we do is business attire friendly. We can totally do desk yoga where you don't even stand up and you're doing everything sitting down. We do stuff virtually. I just had coming back to, it's not elder care, but hospice. I did a hospice group, and they had their leadership program in Reno. They had their leadership program in Reno, and we went in virtually, and we did desk yoga with them every day.
Wow.
Yeah. So you could even be in, some things obviously you can. If you want to do a HIIT class or a boot camp class, we're not going to do that in corporate attire. But our aromatherapy classes, our meditation classes, our breathing classes especially. Breath work is so important. Breath work is such an under talked about modality, if you ask me.
Oh, breathing is life.
Yeah. So my instructor, Andrea, she broke it down to me, and I always mess it up, but I'll try to get it right. She said, imagine if we need 1,000 calories a day, we only ate 300. How depleted and run down and foggy would be. Well, our breath, we only use 6% of our capacity. We always breathe into our chest. We hardly ever breathe into our stomach unless we're cued to. So if we're only using 6% of our lung capacity, our breath capacity, imagine how much better our body would operate if we use that 100%. Same thing as your calories. Are you getting enough calories, or are you depleting yourself? Are you breathing enough, or are you depleting yourself? And most people hold their breath.
Yeah, we all
watch it. Next time you're someplace, watch people. They hold their breath. Or like it's all that chest, never getting into the belly, never expanding your lungs left to right, that lateral expansion.
Yeah.
So you start doing that, again, you have all this energy, all this more clarity. It's amazing to see.
Okay, you're aware of all of this. You practice it. What would be a tip for any Vegas local listening to this right now on taking a moment and breathing properly? What's the tip?
Set your timer for 60 seconds.
Okay.
Right? Inhale for 5, exhale for 5.
Okay.
Start with a minute. Tomorrow, do 2 minutes. The next day, 3. Top off at 5, because that's a lot. It is.
Don't hold your breath for 5.
Yeah, but actively breathing.
Yeah,
actively breathing for 5 minutes is a lot.
You can exhale for 5.
Well, no, but no, you still do like timer, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. And getting it into your belly. If you watch a baby when they breathe, their belly rises and deflates. If you watch an adult, it's the chest. Nobody breathes into their belly unless they know or they're cued to. But if you're just the random person that hasn't really discovered breath work or know what it means to breathe, it's all that chest breath and the holding of the breath. I do it. Yeah. I mean, I'm not this guru of health let's get it straight, people. I am not this guru of health by any means.
You're not the Jillian Michaels?
No, nor do I play. I'm the facilitator and the student. Hello, okay? Let's be clear.
Love it.
Let's be clear. But yeah, so I catch myself all the time. And then even when I'm very impatient, when I'm waiting for something, it could be when you put in wait for your email box with a 6-digit code. I breathe. While I'm waiting, I actively breathe. One, why? Because I'm impatient. That calms me down. That slows me down. And then I get those moments to get into that belly breath. So that's just kind of a habit that I've created, that anytime I'm waiting for something, I focus my attention on my breathing, and then the wait becomes shorter because I'm not paying attention to it, and then I'm getting that benefit. So that's a good tip too. Anytime you're waiting, just focus and just feel your belly rise and deflate. You could feel it. You could open up your rib cage left to right.
Can you imagine if everybody would take this advice and apply it to when they're driving in town?
That's a wonderful example. Yeah, I do it a lot when I'm driving, I'm in traffic. Again, with the wellness, it's your frame of mind. Taking that moment. This is a grateful moment that I have to be able to practice my breathing rather than I hate this traffic. I kill myself.
These fucking cones.
Yeah. Oh my God. I drive through them now, just FYI. I don't care. Arrest me. Do what you gotta do. Ticket me. I'm not. You have cones set up for a mile and there's nothing around.
3 miles. I was on the freeway.
It confuses people. We are confused out here. No one knows how to drive because you have all these cones out.
Yeah.
Pick them up.
Clean them up. Exactly.
That's vitality. Bringing that health and wellness awareness to a place that is not often found.
Okay. What's the best way for them to get a hold of you, contact Vitality, set up a consultation?
Yes. So my website is celebratevitality.com. Vitality.com was taken number 1. At the same time, we're having fun doing all this, right? It's not like these serious yogic classes where everyone is shh, be quiet. We have to have fun. And that's another thing too. All my instructors, I don't want to call it interview. I don't interview them, but I make sure that they have that hospitality to them as well. Yeah. That they can make a room laugh, that they can command a presence in a room. They know how to speak to people, that I can trust them if someone does want a private with them the next day, they're representing Vitality properly. So
absolutely.
So I definitely vet my instructors in that way. And most of my instructors, unless they're a recommendation, I've known them. I've been their student for years. So that's really nice too, to have that new kind of relationship with them. That's awesome. You've taught me so much, and now I just want to have you teach everyone else.
So celebrate.
So thank you. CelebrateVitality.com. But then really on Instagram, I post most of my, Instagram is so easy to see everything. So I post most of my events on Instagram, and it's Celebrate Vitality.
Is that your handle?
I think
you don't
so.
know? Maybe.
I'm pretty
Yes, how much you and I love
Vitality. Social media,
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah, no, I post a lot of events on there, so you can see a snippet of what we do.
Okay. Yeah. Let's divert for a moment. This is the VegasStrong Revival Podcast, after all. Tell me what Vegas Strong means to you.
Vegas Strong means to me that Vegas has become a place of unified people rather than just transient folks that have had family here at one point and now they don't. Vegas Strong means to me that there is a community here that didn't exist 10 years ago that has come together through tragedy, through sports, through just being a local after COVID and what that means, through understanding of what COVID did to the city and still being here. That's what Vegas Strong means to me, right?
Yeah. No, I love that.
Yeah. What does it mean to you?
Oh, it means love to me, I think. Yeah. It was so incredible seeing my hometown come together like it did after that shooting. And to be honest, I haven't seen it since. I haven't seen that unity since, which is why I have this podcast, which is why I have the business I do. I just want it back. Yeah. But I don't want the tragedy associated with it. Yeah. Right? I'm just trying to inspire people to keep loving one another. Yeah. Love your neighbor, right?
Yeah. Embracing as your neighbor, not just as, like I said, like a transient city. But I feel like there's been more of that for sure. I think COVID changed things a lot for locals that have been here, not the ones that came. Not that there's anything wrong with them. We love you too. But not the ones that came here after COVID, the ones that experienced the city, because we're the hospitality capital of the world. So for hospitality to shut down, that was I think more impactful for us than other places.
Tell me about really great dining experience that maybe you had around town recently. Or a really bad one.
Well, I was going to say, before I go into that, I love what you're doing though, because you're creating that local bond with the restaurants, right? You're creating that keep it local. Let the locals tell you and decide where you belong as far as like the rating and all that. So I think that coincides perfectly with Vegas Strong.
I think you and I talked a little bit about it. It's you and I have all this experience on the Strip with these really high standards. We know exactly how to welcome a guest and make them feel important and valued. We know how to wow them. We know how to roll out that red carpet. We know how to process their requests in an efficient and meaningful way. And we know how to communicate, period, right? We know how to get the job done so well we can do it in our sleep. Yeah. And everybody in the world knows that when you travel to the Las Vegas Strip, you get a high level of service. I do not get that level of service anywhere else in town. Generally speaking, I shouldn't say anywhere. It's not 100%, but it's really high, right? Yeah. The last restaurant I was impressed by, and I'm so proud to be able to say this on my podcast, was Ada's Wine Bar in Tivoli Village. I don't know what training they're doing. They do have a celebrity chef influence there. I, for the life of me, cannot think of the name off the top of my head. I'm sorry. I wrote a personal email to them. That's
awesome.
I was so impressed with my server. Yeah. That I had to write and tell them. That's what it is. I had to tell the management about their amazing server. Yeah. Right? Because she had it. She had the smile. She had the welcoming greeting and all the thing. And she was knowledgeable about the menu. And it was just impressive.
She embodied what she should be doing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And so if we can inspire other servers in Vegas to really embrace your job. You're there. It's a job. You have to clock in and out. It kind of sucks from time to time, but truly you have the power to make a first date or an anniversary or a birthday or just a night out where they didn't have to bring the kids. You have the power to change somebody's night or day or whatever it is. So if you're listening to this, I hope that it can inspire you. You are in such a crucial position as a food server.
So important. And people pay money now. I mean, we always pay money, but it's not cheap to eat out. It's more expensive than it's ever been. So not only are you, like the pioneer for this experience, but it's an experience that people are coming out of their pocket, their hard-earned money to experience. So it's extra important.
And we're all neighbors. If we're loving our neighbors, guess what? When we show up at work, we're going to continue that love and give it to our guests. Yeah. And honestly, one of the things that blows my mind, Susie, is that the servers in town don't actually understand that their tips are directly associated with how they treat their guests. That level of hospitality, every time they come and touch the table, it freaking matters. And if you're a server and you are touching your table and you're doing a great job, I swear on my life, you are going to get higher tips.
Absolutely, yeah. There's no doubt about it.
Period.
When I worked at the Cosmo, they've changed since MGM, but they used to not wear name tags. That was when they first opened up the Cosmopolitan, that was their thing. you have a conversation so someone remembers your name. You don't just.
I hate that personally.
You hate that?
I do.
Why? I love that. Tell me why.
I hate it because if somebody says their name once,
You couldn't forget.
I will forget. But also, I think that
I can see that point of it.
most dining experiences, they don't introduce themselves.
No, they should.
So I want the name tag so I know their name.
That's true.
So when the water guy or girl comes by and I can say, hey, I need my server, Jenny.
As a buyer, it's a better experience with a name tag. Yes, because then you can see. But as a manager, if you're not wearing a name tag and someone knows you by name, then I know you made that connection with them, that they remember. You know what I mean? That's why I liked it. But I can see your point. As a user, it might be user unfriendly.
Yeah, I'm a fan of name tags.
Especially if you're having a couple glasses of wine. You're like, what's your name again? I'm sorry, Charlotte. It's Sherry. Thanks. My bad.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That is a good point.
Here's the truth. I usually don't even know my server's name until I get the check.
Yeah, right?
Like, what? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What? That's the standard now? Yeah. That's the standard.
Well, and I will say, like, I think that service has gone down since COVID. I don't know why. Maybe
there's a lot of reasons why.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know, like, I don't know why it's still happening. Maybe that's
now?
The question. Yeah. I don't know why it's still happening. But yeah, I mean, that was a change for sure. I think that was felt anywhere you went, any city you went, things change after COVID.
All right. So if you could fix it in, like, I don't know, a genie showed up and you could fix all of our dining experiences in town locally, what, like, one thing would you wish for?
What I wish for?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm big on anticipating needs. Needs. I mean, I'm big on that. I always tell when I train people, I'm like, when you look at a table, what do you need? If this person ordered this dish and this cocktail, what do you need to enjoy that dish and cocktail? And that's what you should be bringing to that person. I'm big on that.
Oh, that's a pro tip, guys.
Yeah.
If you're in the food and beverage industry, that is a pro tip right there. You will not hear that in most other places, period. Even from your management.
And even simple things like letting someone know where the restroom is. Welcome, here you are. This is who I am. Happy to be here. If the restrooms are over there. Just what would you say in your home? What would you say in your home?
Yes.
If someone came to your house, you would say, have yourself a drink. The bathrooms are over there. If you need a towel for the pool, go help yourself. Like you would set the tone of this is mi casa es su casa. So it's
hospitality.
Hospitality, yeah. It should be said. But I'm big on anticipating my needs.
Being a host. Yep.
I don't eat like cheese and all this kind of thing. And like if I ask for something, like if I ask for my appetizer without cheese, like I want you to know that I need my entree without cheese too. I don't know, call it bratty, I guess, for hospitality, but that's kind of like where my expectations land.
Yeah.
And that's not something like that comes second nature unless someone really trains you on that. You don't think about that.
No. That's why training is imperative, right? Through this podcast, I'm really, really hoping that anybody in food and beverage industry, hell, even any industry, I think this is applicable. It's if you're in management or if you're an employee, you're going to hear this and maybe just take a couple nuggets and utilize that. So. And the goal is truly, let's make everybody a little bit more money. And it's not money driven, but let's be honest, when we know we can pay all of our bills as an employee, and we have some left over for fun, guess what? We're going to have more fun in our life. Then we're going to show up to work happier.
Yeah, exactly. And be happy to be there because that money I just made last night got me this that I wanted. So like it's full
So I'm going to crush it this next day because I see the reward that just happened.
It's even like with upselling. Like I look at upselling like, you want to upsell because you want your check average to, but you're also upselling because you're creating that better experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you have enough space for dessert? Like that's a serious question. Because if you do, then we need to get you some because it's good and you might not have it again. Who knows when you'll be here again? So I want you to feel that. I want you to taste that. I want you to go home and say, wow, I had everything. Now, if you don't have any room, fine, we're good. I don't need to, it's like an upsell, but it's not really an upsell. It is, but it isn't. You know what I mean? And when you look at it like that, I feel like then people, they want that dessert because they don't feel like they're being pushed. It's like a genuine.
Oh, you don't have room for that dessert? Let me recommend a dessert cocktail.
Yeah, there you go.
Or a dessert wine.
Yeah.
Something,
and you're getting that higher check average, but you're also giving them that experience. Like, wow, that was such a good cocktail. Let me have another. So it's a mindset, like most things, which I'm learning a lot about. I'm going to put a class into Vitality about mindset. It's such a big thing. Your mindset is huge. That's another tip. Research mindset.
Yeah.
Read some blogs or books or whatever you get your information about the mindset and how that controls your output. It's amazing.
I love it. I love this conversation.
I know. I could talk forever.
Oh,
You're so easy to talk to.
Oh,
yeah, you're so good.
I'm not a professional interviewer, so I'm learning as we're
No,
going.
you're very good. She's amazing.
Holy
like
shit.
all this, I can't. So good.
Thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Guys, it is celebratevitality.com. Susie Izzo, founder,
Yes,
Wonder Woman,
thank you.
all the things, wellness, Vegas for businesses.
And if you don't have a business, but you're just curious about different modalities, I can connect you to whoever I have in my network, from nutritionists to movement specialists to breathing specialists.
Or if you want to schedule a group hike, a guided hike.
Yeah, group guided hike. You can do a whole picnic, the whole thing. I have a chef. I do wellness shots, like, turmeric, all these kind of things. So, yeah.
I love it. Guys, thank you so much for listening. Have a great day.
Yeah,
thanks for being
Britt.
here.
Thank you.
And that's a wrap on this episode of the VegasStrong Revival Podcast. I hope you found our discussion engaging and even thought-provoking. A big shout out to all of our amazing listeners for tuning in and supporting the show, because it truly means the world to us. So thank you. Let's keep the Vegas Strong spirit alive. Share this podcast with your friends, family, colleagues, and just anyone who loves Vegas. If you have ideas, suggestions, or want to be a guest on the show, simply reach out online or feel free to text us on our super cool podcast hotline, 702-723-2343. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the show on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss an episode. Let's keep pushing the boundaries and reviving our city's passion for authentic service together. Stay strong, Vegas.